Hey guys, it's Hayden here making another video. Today I want to share some more insights that I've been having recently, specifically regarding the concept that is present in meditation, which is allowing things to be. Let's get into it. So I took on the meditation practice a long time ago. I was first introduced to meditation probably when I was maybe 16 in high school. At first, when I started meditating to where I am now when I meditate, it's a much different practice. When I started meditating in high school, I had a lot of ideas of what meditation should be and what I should be, and putting a lot of expectations on myself. So the meditation practice usually reflected that as well. So I ended up, instead of allowing things to be present, allowing myself to feel feelings and just observe them, I was actively engaging in what was happening inside of me and resisting certain feelings or trying to stop thoughts, trying to suppress things. And as you can imagine, that created a lot more anxiety and a lot more frustration than anything. And so meditation was really hard for me to do during that time and for a long time. I don't necessarily have a consistent practice. I kind of meditate as I feel the need to. Usually I'll meditate a little bit, like as I'm lying down in bed, it helps me go to sleep. But you don't have to meditate every day to be a meditator. One of the things that I've really realized recently, and I'm not really sure why, sometimes I just kind of go in phases and I start to have an insight about something, is the aspect of letting go of trying to control how I feel. I think a lot of times it's really easy to get stuck on a feeling. A certain feeling comes up, especially uncomfortable feelings. There's a tendency to do something to it, to push it away, to try to hold on to it, to do something to change it. And even pleasant experiences, we have a tendency to try to gravitate towards those and hold on to that, and not necessarily just allow that experience to happen and then sort of come back to a neutral state. That's where, in some ways, people can get addicted to things because they're addicted to the dopamine effect of feeling that high, I guess. You can get a high from many different things. It doesn't necessarily have to be drugs. And so having the awareness to be able to feel the feelings no matter what they are. And I mean, you're not always going to be present. You're not always going to be focused on, oh, this is what I'm feeling right now. Good markers are when you're feeling really strong feelings. So like high anxiety or extremely elevated. If you are somebody who struggles with like mania and getting stuck in sort of elated states of being, or if you're someone who gets stuck in lower states, to notice like when you start to go down into it and be able to be like, okay, what's going on here? How am I feeling? What is causing this? Just being able to do that, acknowledge like where you are and feel that, and not necessarily like react to it. I mean, you're going to react to some degree, but like to be able to like not get caught in the drama of what's going on, that's half the battle. That's amazing, because like you're starting to move beyond and you're starting to learn to get into mastery of a certain aspect of yourself. So like you're starting to learn how to like catch it before it becomes something bigger. The other thing about this sort of mindfulness aspect that I'm talking about with meditation and stuff like that, a lot of the practice and learning that I've experienced recently has been, even if I have an experience where, for example, I maybe felt like I had a weird interaction, and normally like I start to like judge myself for that, or I'm like, oh, that was stupid, why'd you do that? I will be able to notice that and catch it and be like, okay, so what, that interaction didn't go great. I'm human. I'm allowed to have that experience. I don't have to be a perfect person all the time. Like awkward interactions are going to happen. And even like if they happen a lot because I'm an awkward person, it's okay to be an awkward person. That's not a problem. That's just how you are right now. And it doesn't need to be viewed as like a negative thing or like something that needs to be fixed or solved or resolved. It's just how you are right now, and being able to be okay with that. And honestly, when I'm able to do that and I'm able to sit in that feeling, then like the anxiety doesn't really it's not an issue as much anymore. And I think over time, if I continue to practice this, the anxieties and things like that will probably dissipate on their own, because they're no longer a trigger for me to react to. So I'm not reacting to the anxiety. I'm just feeling the anxiety and just being there present with it. And the last piece I want to touch on in this video that's been really powerful and helpful for me to just feel more happy and more at peace in my life recently is to just remember that all I have is this moment. And I know a lot of people maybe have heard this before, but if you really think about that and you really understand that concept that you only really have this moment, then why not choose to just be present here? Why not choose to just feel what it is to be? You don't have to be someone, you don't have to do something, you don't have to go anywhere, achieve a certain result, meet a certain expectation. All you have to do is just be right here. Having that moment every once in a while to just check in and be like, what I have is right now. This body's gonna die, it's gonna get old. The relationships that we have are eventually gonna fall apart, like someone's gonna die, or the other person might leave, or there's so many different things that can happen. So it's important to just appreciate the things we have right now, because everything will change. Remember that you are perfect just the way you are. And I don't mean that in a cliche way. I don't mean that in like a tacky, weird way. But you don't have to change anything about yourself to be content, to be happy, to be proud of yourself. We've all done things that we're not proud of. We've all done things that we wish we'd done differently. It doesn't mean that you have to carry that around with you all the time. It's okay to love yourself. It's okay to be, hey, I made a mistake. It's okay. And appreciate the knowledge and lessons you've learned so far. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions for me or you'd like to reach out to me, my contact information will be in the description below, and you can always leave comments below if you have questions or comments. As always, guys, make sure to seek your truth and to take time for yourself, and I will catch you in my future videos. Bye for now.